guys, welcome back to the Faithful Farmer Momma. I wanted to share with you today how we decorate for the 4th of July. 4th of July is a very special day for me and my family because I am a first-generation American. My father came here on November 24th of 1950. I found this out a couple years ago when my daughter and I were in New York City and went to go visit Ellis Island. I called my dad while we were there because he came through Ellis Island on that day. It was Thanksgiving Day of 1950 when a Baptist missionary group brought him here to this country with his family to start their life here after being refugees when the war was going on. Today I'm going to share with you some of the projects that we have been doing over the last week or so, making things DIY and trying to do things here around the farm to make it more patriotic. I love 4th of July. My husband loves the fireworks, but I love the meaning behind the 4th of July and all that it stood for those people who were trying to escape persecution for their beliefs and come to this country to share and begin and start their lives together here in America. So before we get started crafting and DIYing and decorating, I'm going to ask if you go down below, especially if you're new here, find the subscribe button along with the little bell. Make sure you click both of those because you won't want to miss any of our upcoming videos. And for those of you who are not new to my channel, I'm very grateful that you are part of this journey with me here on YouTube. This project I'm actually very excited about. I found this board at the Goodwill for about $1.30. It had some words on the front that someone had painted, so I just sanded it with a hand sander. I'm going to put the map of the United States on the front, and I'm going to actually trace all of these lines on here, and we're going to try and make it look very antique, vintage schoolhouse. So one of my daughters and I were going over paint colors, and we think we're going to do this darker green and then paint the United States in white. If you want all of the details on how to do this, you can go to I have another YouTube girl that I follow. Her page is called She Holds Dearly. Great place to get great vintage ideas. Thanks, Sarah, for this tutorial, and I'm so excited to see it up on my mantle. Of course, we will be making beads for the top of my 3-tiered tray in the middle of my kitchen table, and they will be red, white, and blue. I then have these adorable blocks. I am going to actually paint these as well, and there's a whole surprise with these. I will have these for sale on my sister page, which is called On the Farm Expressions. You can find me on Instagram, or you can find my private group on Facebook.
So I got these beads from Amazon. They come in about 1,000, all different sizes. And what I'm doing is I'm opening a bottle of red acrylic paint that I got from Walmart, and I add it to some water in my paint palette. I like the look when the paint is thinner and it seems to adhere better to the beads. After they all dry, I will go ahead and spray them with a clear coat. I usually use a matte clear coat.
Once everything is dried, I actually use this jute twine and I put my beads onto the twine. I make a little tassel at the end to hold them in place, and then there they are finished. Here I'm actually mixing paint to make my vintage chalkboard United States map. I'm adding water because, again, like I said, I really enjoy the look of the watered down paint.
and it seems to soak into the wood a lot better. So I'm just painting over this board after I had sanded it, giving it that green tint. Then I'm taking some chalk and I'm coloring on the back of the map so that it puts a coating of chalk on it, and then I'm going to actually trace it on top, pushing the chalk onto the top part of the board. I use some tape to tape my map down to my board, and then I just use a pencil to trace over the entire map, leaving the lines from the map on the back of the board. Right there I had a little bit of issue because of the tape, so I wanted to show you here how it will actually look when it's totally completed. I finished the entire map, and it is very light here, but that's kind of the point. Now I'm just going to take some acrylic white paint. This I did not water down. I just used it the way it was, and I used a very fine paintbrush to trace all of the lines onto the board. Took me a little while, but it's worth every second when it's finished. Here I used my Cameo and I printed out something that says "Land That I Love." I'm going to actually peel that off. So again, I watered down my paint and I am just painting over this plain board. My favorite part of these projects is actually peeling off the letters once the paint has dried. I love being able to see the reveal. I bought these white cotton flags from Amazon, and I want to tea stain them. I like the look of the vintage style in the United States flag. So these were stapled on here, and I'm just taking them off of their stick so I can tea stain them. I just took a bunch of tea bags and some very hot water. I crinkled up my flags, and I will put them in this tea water for about 15 to 20 minutes, and I let them sit in there. And after, I love the look that they look like they have been around for a very long time. Here I'm using E6000 to glue them back on. Although you can't really see it, in a little bit I will show you this pillow that I made out of scraps that I had laying upstairs. And I'm just taking down all of my spring decorations that I have had up here since probably mid-March, I guess. I found this little basket right here for $1 at the Goodwill, and I found the red flowers at the Dollar General. Here's my adorable United States chalkboard map, and I'm putting up my blocks and my flags and some stars that I had made also with some scraps. You'll see a close-up real soon in the video. I made this banner. I had bought the burlap banner from Hobby Lobby, and then I just adhered some stars to it with some stitchery witchery. Here's the pillows that I made. They're just pillow covers. And then I went around the house and grabbed some things that were red and blue and white. These blocks are available at On the Farm Expressions. I need to undecorate this spring 2-tier tray in the middle of my table, so I just grabbed some more things that I had laying around the house and undecorated with the spring color, and then redecorate with the red, white, and blue. And I keep some of the older stuff on there. Like, I like all the white things. Like, there's a rooster I have that's white, and a little candle that's white.
Well, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for being part of this journey with me today, for decorating and crafting. And guys, there's so much out there that you could do yourself without having to go buy things. It is just amazing to me all that you can do to decorate your home for the seasons that follow throughout the year. Thanks, guys. See you next time.